I'm here at the GRAMMY Museum to talk about the Nat King Cole Live at the Blue Note. We'll be discussing the record, his legacy, kind of all of the things that Nat King Cole brought to American culture.
I don't want to waste any other time and just bring up the people that we're here to see tonight. First, the producer and engineer, the guy who put this all together out of the tapes, James Sáez, and a couple brilliant musicians, Michael Bearden and Dapo Torimiro.
To go out on the road and come back to where you're from really changes the way you feel about playing your music. So to come back here and be downstairs at the Blue Note, this integrated place in Chicago, which is, very tied to its culture, I think this is really special. And I also feel like the relationship that he had with Frank, who owned the club, was critical to him coming back. A few months before this show, he had a big song in the top 10 on Billboard. He had just played at Wrigley Field with Louis Armstrong. Like, for him to come here at this place and play with a trio, or really a quartet, at this point was just amazingly rare. And I feel like that was special because he was in Chicago and because he knew Frank and because there was a connection, a family connection.
Some of these artists, they start out a certain way. They have intentions of something that they really actually love, but they make it big in something else.
Exactly.
And so that I felt like that was with Nat, and coming back on the record that James did. Listen, let's just be honest about it. Coming back from the neighborhood where we're from, I'm sure he heard somebody call him a sellout or something like that. And so you have this duality about you because you're from there, you're from where you're from, but what's the Maya Angelou is what I'm trying to think of. If you know better, you do better. And so he wasn't forgetting about where he came from with Straighten Up and Fly Right and all the earlier things, but also there was this opportunity to touch more.
To me, it was like a blueprint for me, because he started playing piano when he was 12. His dad was a pastor. My dad was a pastor. He played in church. I played in church. I started playing piano. Then people forced me to sing. He started playing piano. People forced him to sing. So it was almost like I should probably just change my last name to Cole or something, and then I don't. So the influence was all the way over there in Nigeria. Was felt. Because I'm a self-taught musician. I didn't go to music school, but that was my school. Transcribing his solos, transcribing everything he did. That's how I learned. And arranging strings, all the songs, the arrangement was lush and just incredible. That was all the school I needed for that. So yeah, influence was overwhelming.
Out of the 200 takes, there's not really a moment where he's out of tune singing, which is, if we want to talk about singing versus not singing, I didn't touch or pitch or correct anything.
That is an incredible testament.
Not one thing, okay?
Imagine.
At the same time, songs like that, there's no click. So they start that out at a tempo, and they got to play that again in the tempo. And there are moments when he does that song another night, and I can put them next to each other, and they're pretty close. So for them to know those tempos over a few days is shocking, and just goes to show you how many times they've played these songs, how comfortable they are playing these songs. It feels very second nature. And it's why they're talking to each other while they're playing, and why the energy is so comfortable.
That's right.
Right?
One of the things I love about this record at the Blue Note from Chicago is, one, I'm from Chicago, I'm from the South Side, so I'm always happy to see and hear that. Two, that the club owner had the foresight to actually put a microphone up and record this, and so that we have it now. And the third thing that I really love is you get to see Nat in his natural habitat without the big Nelson riddle string arrangements and all of the things. You get to really see Nat do what he does, and it's really a lot of focus on him. So this is really an important record, and this is one of the reasons why I love this record.